Welcome to Golden Mountain, Golden Meadow once again. There's a little bit connection problem. Still, I'm trying to go with the information that I was about to deal with. So, first of all, I would like to take you to Patibhara. It's a very wonderful place to visit. Very wonderful place to visit. A very wonderful place to visit. Okay, so let me go to that particular place where we are actually trying to visit. The place that we're supposed to visit is to unravel the beauty of Patibhara in the eastern part of Nepal. So I'll go with the first one. Thank you very much, highlighttourism.com, for giving such a beautiful blog and with picturesque index page, as well as entitled Reveling in the Beauty of Taplejung. It is really wonderful to see this kind of beautiful pictures, and also I'll be talking about what you've written over here as well. Once again, I would like to thank highlightstourism.com. Okay, so it's a beautiful scenario that you can see a panoramic beauty of Taplejung. In the extreme northeastern part of Nepal lies a very beautiful district of Taplejung, which is endowed with natural and cultural beauty, also considered as one of the most beautiful areas of eastern Nepal. Taplejung is home to mesmeric mountains, exotic valleys, and fascinating rivers, along with mesmerizing flora, fauna, and birds. Okay, so it's so beautiful, as Nepal is full of flora, fauna, and beautiful birds and animals. Okay, flora, fauna, we have got flora for flowers and plants, or fauna for animals, birds too along with that. The name Taplejung is made up of two words. Tapel means name of the Limbu king who used to rule this area, and Jung meaning fort as a whole. Taplejung means fort of the king Tapel. Gifted with the diverse landscapes, Taplejung is a must-visit place if you love to travel in off the beaten trek, avoid the hordes of trekkers, and love to be with nature. My destination is going to be Taplejung the next. Deorali in Taplejung, the beautiful scenic background over there. Taplejung is inhabited mostly by Limbus, along with Sherpas, Gurung, Rais, Tibetan, Muggers, Nevars, Tamangs, Kshatris, and Brahmins. Due to this region, Taplejung has a huge diversity in cultures and traditions, but the hospitality of the people remains warm and friendly. So it's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place to visit. So this is because of the Nepalese people having different culture, different divisions made in terms of surnames and backgrounds of cultures, and with different creeds that they celebrate during the religions and all that. So due to this various variety, I love being there. If you visit Taplejung, you are going to love the alpine grasslands, rocky outcrops, low river valleys, local peoples, their lifestyle, culture, and tradition, and you are going to live like the world's largest natural rhododendron forest with the highest number of rhododendrons in the world. This is what I want to see in the spring. In the spring, we have blooms and blossoms of rhododendrons of various varieties: white, pink, red, purple, and so. I have never been there. Now I have just observed in or just watched in televisions, in news and all that. So rhododendron world, we have the rhododendrons in the world, the highest number of rhododendrons in the world. Okay, Namaskar, Patibhara Devi. We have a very beautiful idol and world renowned, mostly renowned in Nepal. The place also named after Patibhara Devi. So Patibhara temple is one of the most significant temples in Nepal, which believed to fulfill the long cherished dreams of devotees. It is considered as one of the Shakti Peeths and attracts thousands of devotees from Nepal and India during special occasions with their different wishes. It is also considered the holy place for Limbu people. The devotees sacrifice animals and other various things to the Patibhara Devi to make her happy. Wonderful culture that we have, and look at the panoramic beauty of the background of Mount Kanchenjunga, highest land to the midlands, and you can know the little more you can observe the Tarai regions from there as well. Moreover, we have little more information about Kanchenjunga. Kanchenjunga Conservation Area is the home to Nepal's second and worst third highest mountain, Mount Kanchenjunga, and Kanchenjunga National Park itself. Mount Kanchenjunga is considered one of the invaluable treasures of the eastern Nepal and poses for one of the great Himalayan traits. Similarly, in the Kanchenjunga conservation areas has some of the endangered species of animals like red panda, musk deer, Himalayan leopard, and many more. One of the important newly listed destination is Thimbung Pokhari for Visit Nepal 2020. It is situated at the altitude of 4,335 meter above sea level, and it's between Pasar and Thaplejung. Thimbung Pokhari is most beautiful ponds, and one of the interesting thing about it is that it is named like Thimbung Pokhari because Timbuk has its meaning like firing of the gun. So in this particular lake or Pokhari, the sound of firing gun is heard again and again. That's why it is named after that firing of a gun. Timbung Pokhari is famous for stunning view and religious belief as well. Moreover, you have a rapids to enjoy in adventurous river, White River and Gurgling River and Swirling River, and on the banks we've got beaches, and you've got animals and beautiful birds passing by, flying over. So it's Tamur River, which is stunning and fascinating, attracting the tourists to come and see. Okay, it's from snow melt of Mount Kanchenjunga fits of Timur River, which provides an exotic view of amazing mountains. Another world famous or Nepal famous destination is Phungphunge waterfall. Phungphunge waterfall is one of the places. It is also listed for Visit Nepal 2020, and it is also known as the longest natural waterfall in Nepal. Well, moreover, we have got the Gumbas to visit as well. Some of the interesting or very ancient, renowned religious Gumba we have is Buddhist monasteries like 400-year-old Tiki Chongling Gumba of Olang Chungla, which has an enormous statue of Avalokiteswar and a butter lamp burning still from the time the monastery was constructed. 400 years onwards, the light is still glowing. Its fire butter lamp is still burning. And how to reach over there? It's very simple. We have to make some package of 4 to 5, 6 or 7 days, or 1 week day will be enough, and with that we can enjoy every beauty, every destination that are possessed over there. There are regular buses from that departs from New Bus Park in Balaju to Kathmandu to Birta mode, and takes 12 hours journey if everything goes smooth. Then another local bus will take you over there in Taplejung for 9 to 10 hours. Means you have about 24 hours to take your bus to reach over there. That means 12 hours you'll reach in Birtamot. So 1 day is passed and you stay in Birtamot overnight. Next day you take another journey to Taplejung, another day. By 6 to 3 you'll be reaching over there if everything is fine. Then that's gonna be another destination to stay. So observe another 1-2 days. That means 2 days travel, 2 days visit, and another 2 days to return. That's gonna be about 6 days. If you want to enjoy more, you can have 1 more or 2 more days schedule in your package. Okay, with that little information, I would like to say hello to everyone out there. Hello everybody. Hi. And Choro K sir, Ranger Solti, you must have been enjoying online class. Oh sir, of course it's online classes for everybody who's idly staying at home and they want to revise what is there. So significantly, I've already talked about the beautiful destination of Nepal. Now I would like to go back to reading of grade 10. Since there was little problem in streaming because of network issue, now think it's all fine. If it is fine, then say hi, hello, hi, hello. Okay, then I'll go back to the text that we are reading. Today we are reading Unit 14, Grade 10, talking about the past, interrupted continuous actions. Before we learned about the past events, but it's narration. I think today we have a dramatic story to learn. So in the reading section, we have engage yourself, look at the picture and answer the questions given below. You have grandma, mother, I think a son, and a beautiful background like Mount Everest or Kanchenjunga or similar type of painting. The back drops so that the wall does not look monotonous. On top of that, we have got beautiful embellished colorful curtains, and with the classical typical Nepali dresses, mother and grandmother is sitting, and the respected the bowing or showing respect to the elderly person. We have a male kneeling in front of them. So yeah, how many persons can you see in the pictures? So we obviously see three. Do you have grandma? If yes, mark yes. If no, just type no. Does she love you? If yes, obviously she would, you would be telling yes. If no, you can still write no. No need to give any reason for that. Let's go to number B, study time. Now it's time to read the story. That's gonna be dramatic story. Yeah, you have lots of dialogues and dialogues and dialogues. So read the story and find out why Pavitra left the home and came back again. So left the home and came back again. So the title also is Reunion of the Family. So let's go. Grandma, Grandma, yelled Dinesh. Pavitra looked around and said, Yes, I'm here, Kanchu. Dinesh was perplexed when he saw his grandma packing so many bags. Where are you going, Grandma? Pavitra looked at the 8-year-old grandma. Your uncle's house. Are you going for a long time there? Asked Dinesh. Pavitra didn't reply but continued packing her things. At the moment, his mother, Junakiri, arrived looking very stressed. Go to your room and check whether you have completed your homework. Don't disturb Grandma, she said, staring at me. Dinesh went to his room. He was scared of his mother when she was in a serious mood. After an hour, she called a taxi and loaded it with her luggage. Where are you? Can't you come here? I'm leaving. No sooner had he approached than she kissed and squeezed him tightly, put some money in his hand, and got onto the taxi. Grandma, when will you come back? Dinesh shouted as she vanished into the crowded city in the taxi. His question remained unanswered. He turned to his father, Jaya Ram, and said, Daddy, stop her or let me go with her. Why hasn't she taken me? When will she come back? Jairam held his hand, entered the room, and said, She has gone to your uncle's house. How could she take you with her? You should be anxious about your study and exam. I don't know when she'll come back. Grandma loved him very much. He used to sleep in her lap, playing with her grey hair and caressing her wrinkled face. She used to tell wonderful stories at his bedtime. She was a good storyteller. How could he forget her? In her absence, when his school had holidays, Dinesh mostly spent the day with Binita, a middle-aged woman who worked as a housekeeper for more than 20 years for his family. Her slim body with straight long hair, dimple on right cheek, pointed nose, black eyes, oval face with white skin and sweet polite nature made her fascinating and loving to everyone in the family. Called her Nani. She used to take good care of him. These are wonderful scripture of her portrayed in the form of words. Right? Slim body, straight long hair, dimple on right cheek, pointed nose, big black eyes, oval face, white skin, sweet polite nature made fascinating loving too. So wonderful description. Okay, next paragraph says, that afternoon after school, Binita was giving Dinesh his food. They were alone in the house. Nani, why has Grandma gone to her younger son's house? Why did she take so many bags? Will she come back? Asked Kanchu. I really can't say, Kanchu. I only know that she won't be coming back in the near future. But why, Nani? Doesn't she love me? Of course she does. Then why did she leave me and go? I can't answer this question, she replied. No, you have to answer it. If not, I won't have any food. Nani looked at Dinesh's innocent face and said, Okay, I'll tell you, but you are to promise that you won't tell your parents. If they know, they'll berate me. Promise, Nani, I won't tell anyone. Our family was a happy family. There was only laughter in family. Everyone envied our family, but it did not last long even when your grandpa passed away 5 years ago. Your grandmother started feeling that your parents paid no heed to her. Last night, while you were sleeping, there were arguments. Why? He said. I think there are various reasons. Grandma with age is getting quick-tempered. Your daddy is busy at his business, and your mom has to prepare documents on the computer for next day. Due to their busy schedule, they did not have time to share each other's problems, said Nani. Last night, when your daddy arrived late night, Grandma said, Why are you late nowadays? You neither pay attention to me nor to Kanchu. I don't want to see you late again. He got angry and said, Don't bother me. I have to handle so many things. Don't you think I am nuisance? Don't you think I'm nuisance? I don't like to live with you any longer. I'll go to my... Didn't my mom say anything? Nani gestured. Your mom was furious too. She just added, If you leave us now, never try to come back. What did Grandma say? Sure, I'll never come back. Dinesh's eyes filled with tears. I'll never forgive my daddy and mom for this. Can't you? You shouldn't say so. It's unfair. Remember what you promised before. Keep to your words. It's not only your parents' fault. It's hard too. See if the fault is on both sides. 6 months passed. Grandma would sometimes ring up and talk to him. As soon as she said, When are you coming, Grandma? She would quickly change the subject and start talking about something else. Last Monday, 15 days before his final examination of grade 3, his parents called him to their room. Dinesh, you've already scored distinction, but this time I want you to get this first rank, said Joyram. His mom also added, according to your class teacher, you can if you put a little bit more effort. If you top the list, I will give you a prize, something which you desperately want, Joyram said. Okay, Daddy and Mom, Dinesh replied. Dinesh put his full effort into his study. He took his exam. The result came out after 30 days. His parents did not have any words to express their happiness when they found he was second in his class. While they were returning home after collecting the results, they bought a tablet and put it in Dinesh's room. As soon as he came home after playing with his friends, they said, Congratulations, Kanchu, you've been second. We have a surprise for you. Let's go in. But Daddy, I did not come first in the class. It doesn't matter, Kanchu. You did a lot. Next time we're sure you can top the list. Thank you, Daddy and Mom. Let's go in. Both entered the room, Joyram said. Here's your surprise gift. In front of his eyes was a tablet. Junikiri, who was ready to capture his happiness in her camera, stopped when she noticed Dinesh staring at the tablet with a strange expression on his face. What's wrong with my Kanchu? Don't you like it? Junkiri asked a son who took no notice of the tablet. I thought it was Grandma in the room, said Dinesh, and walked out of room. Puzzled, Junkiri and Jainaram gazed at each other. A week later, Junkiri took half day leave from her office and came home, and Jairam went to bring his mom back. Sorry, ma, we made a big mistake. Let's go home. Your Kanchu is waiting for you. He always grumbles. When is my grandma coming? Said Jairam. As Jairam talked about Kanchu, she forgot the past and came home at once. When Dinesh came back home from school, he opened the door as usual. He could not believe his eyes when he saw his grandmother standing and spreading her arms. He threw his school bag down and rushed into her arms. Grandma, he said, and embraced her. Nani? Joyram and Junkari were watching the scene, and their eyes were filled with tears of happiness. Later in the evening, while they were all sitting and having their supper, Grandma said to Dinesh, Kanshu, when we adults sometimes behave like children, God uses little one like you to teach us a lesson. Does it mean you will never leave me again, Grandma? Indeed, Kanchu, I will never ever leave you. Joyram cuddled him and said, Without you, how can we be united? Alright, that's the end of the reading of the dramatic story, and it's quite like it's welling up. My eyes are also being softened, and it's been mercy. Coming to vocabulary section, we have the words that are already bold. It's asking you to write the meanings of the words, select them to match these meanings as well. Read the story and collect the words, phrases in bold letters, then write each word or bold letters phrase next to the correct meanings given below. That's what I'm saying. Looking at something, somebody for a long time. Of course, it is staring. Shouted, yelled, disappeared, vanished, died, passed away, attention, hid, held each other tightly. What is that? Hugged? No. Embraced? No. They are not the words they are bold. I think cuddled. Oh, that's absolutely right. Cuddled. And finally we have afraid. Afraid, we have scared in the list. Then second, we have prepare a list of words from the story that are unfamiliar to you. Look up their meanings in the dictionary and use them in meaningful sentences of your own. So you have to find out some more words and then find out the meaning and write them in a proper sentence meaningfully, giving meaning. So for example, perplexed is a word which means confused, and the sentence given is, I was perplexed when I saw my old friends in Dolpa. That is a great example. So let's go to number 2, reading comprehension. Read the story again and answer the questions. Who was leaving the house? Grandma. How many members were there in Jairam's family, and who were they? So the child Dinesh, then grandma, and then Nanu, and Junkiri and Jaina. We have 5 altogether. Okay, so 5 of them were there. Other than the uncles' homes, uncles they feathered. Their characters are not developed. So number C, when did Dinesh's parents realize that their son was not happy at all at the time when he was not he was not bothering about the tablet he was gifted when he had scored second position. Number D, do you have a housekeeper like Nani at your home? If yes, mark yes, I have one, and give me your name in the chat box as well. If yes, how do you behave towards her? So what is the relationship? How do you behave towards her? Mark them. Well, number E, why did Pavitra leave the house? Why did the grandma Pavitra leave the house? The reason is there was a little clash or the misunderstanding between the children, the son and daughter-in-law, and granny herself. Alright, let's go into next question. Then we have, why were Nani, Joyram and Junkiri's eye filled with the tears of happiness when they all reunited, seeing Dinesh being so happy after a long time, after 6 months, and so he became so happy to see grandma back. So he immediately rushed into the arms to embrace her, to cuddle her grandma, the grandma. So he was so happy. Because of that, everybody had mercy ears. Even the readers like us also had welling up in our eyes. Okay, heart melted with this story. And we have number Z. How was Dinesh able to unite his family? Okay, reuniting everyone, um, making them realize the mistake that the generation gap should not be kept. So there is a bond between every family member. Number H, what message did you get from this story? It's up to you what you write, so I'm leaving that for you. Read the story and put the following sentence in the correct order. Now you need to order these sentences that are already. I just read out what are they and write in the answer the correct order of the given sentences is. So the correct order is also enough. First sentence there was a tablet on the table in his room. Number B, Jai Ram congratulated his son for being the second in the class. Third. Number C, Pavitra continues packing her things. D, she would quickly change the topic and start talking about something else. E, Junkiri took a half-day leave from her office to welcome her mother-in-law at home. Number F, as he talked about Kansu, she hurried to come home back. Number Z, Dinesh asked his grandma where she was going. Okay, now the final step for today, we have follow-up activities. Write a paragraph about your grandmother. If you have not met her, ask your parents what she was like and write about her anyway. So a paragraph would be enough for today's work. So grammar will be continuing in the next class. For now, I would like to take leave. Before taking a leave, let me talk to the one who are already there in the chat box. Okay, yeah, the last one to say Sulabh bro, ke subscribe. Sulabh, OBS setting ma आमूल परिवर्तन चाहिन्छ गुरुबा धेरै नै lag र buffer भएको अवस्था. Okay, the problem was I had set into 720 or one something like that. Problem is with my graphic card, so it is buffering. If I reduce the quality, when the text is not going to be visible, that's why I just considered, okay, my graphic card doesn't support, at least it's coming. Oh, that's one of the reasons, Sulabh. So thank you for your suggestions. Right now I do not have improved graphic cards to play your video games and all that. It's simply useful for us, just displaying the text that is to be read and then doing some kind of exercise. तिमी हो के हो छोरो काएज के सब सब्सक्राइब हो नि कोही असीम छेरो काएज हामो ब्रोइज कति कमाउँछ युट्युबबाट. None of the business. I'm not earning as well, very well. Okay, so I'm just trying to help out the ones who are around the country. Nepal would be seeing live as well as offline as well, so that they would be able to revise if they are feeling bored, that they can still take hold of their mobiles and then they can go along with reading. Okay, keho hamokhanda bhaneko, somebody is talking about the picnic khanda. That's nothing more than hamokhanda. So I'll take a leave right now. Bye bye, good night everybody, see you, take care.